Hello, my friends. Hi, it's Atticus, and I thought I would give you guys a cool little custom that they do here in Vietnam that I'm learning about that I think is really cool. So it is called Lucky Money, and it's also about Tet. So it's a celebration about Tet. So for any of my American friends or American or foreign viewers, Tet is the beginning of the Lunar New Year, if I'm remembering correctly. It is the biggest celebration in Vietnam, and yeah. So imagine Christmas and New Year's and Thanksgiving all put together. It's a very exciting time. All across the city right now, there's tree vendors. They're selling the kumquat trees. Like remember, like in my last video, that tree that I showed you that I bought. They have them in all different sizes. They have little tents put up where people could, couples will get dressed up in these like traditional Vietnamese clothes. Very beautiful dresses. The women will be in. The men will be very well dressed. Um, they have like these flower trees. Just all kinds of celebration. There's dragons everywhere. Really cool lights. It's really exciting. So you could tell everybody's getting ready for for Tet. And there's also these orbs, these like little globes and things that they're selling that I guess you hang around your house. I am definitely gonna try to buy one as soon as I get a chance. Try to decorate the apartment, so it's like it's like Christmas lights, but for Tet. But for anyways, a few things that I learned about is when it comes to Vietnamese tradition. One of the things that you always want to make sure you do is pay any debt that you owe. So do not go into the new year owing somebody money. So for example, if you were to lend me $20, it's important of me to pay you back that $20 before Tet. It's seen as bad luck to go into a new year owing somebody money. Also, there's these things called lucky money, and each year is different. So I thought it was the year of the dragon, but one of my friends told me that it is the year of the tiger this year. So I have five of them, right? I have one for my friend Sal, which I'll give her. This one will go to another friend. She's a doctor. This will go to my friend Twan right here. This will probably go to my friend Josh Harvey. And this one I haven't decided. I only got five. So maybe just whoever you're grateful in your life, right? Whoever, a friend. It could be for a child. It could be for a coworker. It could be for whoever. So whoever the lucky fifth person is. And what you do is you put a little bit of money into it, and that money is meant to help them out for the new year. It's called lucky money because you never know how much it is. Like for example, the one I have for Sal here, right? Sal is this girl I work with at my job. She's a photographer. Very talented, very nice, very friendly, and yeah, I consider her a friend, right? So I threw a little bit of I threw a little bit of money in there. I won't show how much, for the sake of it's not important how much you put into it. I guess usually, generally, people will put anything from maybe 50,000 to 100,000, VND. You could do a little bit more, a little bit less. It's not about the money per se. It's more about the tradition. So yeah, so I put a little bit of money in here, a little bit of something, just to show appreciation for my friends. So yeah, so one for Twan, Josh, Sal. Who did I say the fourth one was? Oh God, I forget. And the fifth one, I don't know. I'll figure it out. Maybe I'll pick up some more. But yeah, these are called. So it is the year of the tiger this year. So let me show you. I thought it was the year of the dragon. Let me see if I get into the light. But yeah, this year is the year of the tiger. So so yeah, that is what the theme is with these gifts here. So yeah, I think that's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool tradition to give a little something, each year to your friends and family for Tet. Now, my job, they gave us a little gift. It's actually pretty cool what they gave us. They gave me this lucky box right here, and yeah, it's like a little calendar, right? So it says Happy New Year. And you keep in mind, Vietnam uses the lunar calendar, I believe, not the solar calendar. I think there's a difference. So, like, for example, how our New Year's is on January 1st, the lunar would be February. But yeah, this is a nice little box. It shows, let's see if I can get the camera to focus in on it. There we go. Yeah, so it has like a little calendar, and then it opens up, and you can put some important stuff in there. And then also, my job got me. Hold on, let me show you. So I thought this was pretty cool. Oops. So this right here was a gift from my school. So yeah, it is a thermos, and it has the little thing for where you could put tea. See if I can pull it out here. So yeah, so it has the little metal thing, so you can put like coffee or tea, and yeah, it's this very beautiful, very well constructed, and it even has the the name of the company, the school, made of this wood material. So such a kind gift. Very appreciative. So yeah, going into Tet, I'm very excited. On the 28th, this Friday, which is I believe my dad's birthday. So happy early birthday, Dad! Is when we will start to celebrate it. And I'll be off work till February 7th. Oh, by the way, do you like the snow in the background? So, since I'm being a little cheated out of my winter here in Vietnam, I'll sometimes put backdrops of snowstorms or thunderstorms or blizzards or things like that, just to kind of remind me of back home. So yeah, this one's my favorite. If you look at it, I mean, it's just beautiful. Just imagine just sitting in the woods right now and that snow just falling. And for any of you who live in cold climates, right? For any of you who lived in places like Indiana, or just anywhere in the northern hemisphere, I mean, you know the beauty of a snowstorm, how the world becomes so quiet, how everything is so sterile, how it's so clean, how exciting it is as that first rain starts to hit the ground. It's just very, very exciting. So, unfortunately, the weather here is not as cold as I like. There has been some cold days, but like today, for example, yesterday actually, it was actually kind of warm. Like I had to take off my jacket. I was just wearing like my t-shirt. It actually had my sleeves pulled up and everything. So it could be very very, what's the word? You can't really predict what the weather is. Now, if you want to get some cold weather, you can go up to Sapa, which is up on the mountain, which I have been doing recently. I've been to Sapa 3 times now. I'm pretty excited about. I'm starting to explore it and understand it. I went to go visit somebody. It was just a quick hello. And yeah, I went to explore a little bit, start to get, so there's like this huge lake in the middle of the town square, all these businesses. So I'm trying to just familiarize myself with Sapa. This is just the main touristy part, not the actual, landscape, mountainside, the villages, just the main square, where all the touristy stuff is, the hotels, the resorts, the restaurants. Imagine Sapa would be like, is like, for any of my American viewers, is like Times Square in New York, right? It's like the spot to be, but then you have this whole other city parts that surround it, right? So you have, Bronx, Hudson, Manhattan, or not Manhattan, but Queens and all that stuff, right? So that's the best way I can describe it. I'm at the Times Square of Sapa. Very touristy, but because of, a lot of the borders being closed and the COVID lockdowns and things like that, obviously it's not as busy as I'm supposed, or as I hear that it normally is. But yeah, there's still a good vibe there. I would love to live in Sapa. I'm really hoping to find a way where maybe one day I can find an apartment out there. I mean, the elevation is super high. You're living on the highest elevation in Vietnam. You're living on top of a mountain, and it's above the clouds. I'll never forget this time that I was, so one day I was just bored, sitting in this apartment, right? And I was like, you know what, I'm just going to drive to Sapa. And I look out the window, and it's just pure fog, pure clouds. You can't see anything. And I'm like, nah, that'll be fine. Screw it. So I did it. And so I'm driving up this mountain, and literally you can't see 10 feet in front of you. And a lot of times you got semi trucks or delivery trucks or other motorists and cars all trying to compete for these small little area of road as it winds itself up. And I'd say that it may be like a 9 degree angle, a 9 degree steep angle most of the time. So it's just enough where I mean, there'll be some times where it'll flatten out, but you're usually at that 9 degree. Is that the word I'm looking at? Yeah, 9 degree angle, right? Is that what it is? Yeah, 180. So that may be like a 99 to like 12% angle incline. Excuse me, incline. For my bike, unfortunately, it is a automatic transmission motorbike. It's not a semi-auto, and it's definitely not a stick shift, or excuse me, a manual transmission, which is like, for example, take like my motorcycle back home in America, my CBR. It is a manual transmission, like my car, right? Which means that you choose the gear that you want. So when you're on a tough incline, a very steep incline, you would drop your gear into like first gear, which would give you more power. The motorbike that I have is just an automatic, so it doesn't. You don't get to pick. So there's some times when I'm going up the mountain where I literally have no power whatsoever. Like I literally could probably get out and walk faster than what this bike will get me up. So I've learned that the secret is to keep the momentum going, right? I cannot stop. If I stop for any reason, say I get behind a semi, if there's like any kind of construction, if there's like, a car in front of me, I have to find a way to try to pass them or to, maybe go around, anything to keep the momentum going. And so far, the bike's been able to make it very slow. I mean, like I'm saying, at some points that you make it, like I'm going like seriously like 4 miles per hour. But once you get up on the mountain, get up in the city, I mean, going down's easy. You just roll down. But yeah, so Sapa's been great. But excuse me. Besides that, though, yeah, so you can definitely tell there's some celebration in the air with Tet getting ready to happen. Vietnam, the more I stay here, the more I love here. And this new job has just been wonderful. I actually got paid today. Paid after 5 months of no freaking payment. Well, but sometimes they give you like 5%, just enough to give you, right? I'm not to get into my personal business, but I actually got paid. This new job I have is just amazing. I'm so grateful. Yeah, it's just been a good day. So we have a couple more days left, and then I have this TET vacation. I guess for students, it's 2 weeks off. For most businesses, it's going to be a week off. So I don't know what I'm going to do for my week. I think maybe somebody might have invited me to a dinner with their family, which would be a great honor. I'll definitely accept any offer. I think one of my friends offered that for me, so yeah, to be invited into be somebody's home, spend a TET dinner with them would be cool. There is one person in particular I'd like to hopefully be able to see, but it just depends if she's busy or not. But we'll see. If not, I mean, there'll be a lot of time for me to do some artwork, go explore. There's still a lot. I imagine I'll spend a lot of time in Sapa. Just if you haven't noticed, it took me 6 months for me to actually change my mindset from being like stuck in the apartment. So I was having trouble adapting from the Western mindset, everything being so alien, everything being so challenging, to now where everything's becoming natural. I'm starting to understand. I can start to communicate. I can read the different signs. For example, I know this sign right here means restaurant. Of a certain kind of food. I know this one means pharmacy. I know this one means, grocery store or market meeting the people. Like I've starting to, become, starting to become regulars at certain shops. Like for example, there's this lady, a really nice lady who runs this little house market, like a little store at the bottom of her house, right? And I go there every night and I'll pick up water. Because you have to buy your water here. You don't drink from the tap. So I'll buy, what do you call it? Like a 20 ounce, or excuse me, like 2 liter size things of water. So every day I'll pick up 3 or 4 of them. We'll say hi to each other. Xin it's Tommy, good to see you, all that stuff. She'll try to speak English, and little things like that just make it feel a little bit more like home. And yeah, of course, and also like my job too. You know, my now working with director Harvey, my friend Josh, has been definitely a great thing. And my coworkers at my new job are amazing. My boss is amazing, very talented, very like if you were to see her credentials of what she's achieved, I'm talking like TED Talks. I'm talking like been to 27 countries. I'm talking like the kind of stuff that I've always wanted to do. Um, you know, yeah, I'm so behind on the game with people like her and Josh, and but these people, they're definitely people that are like role models in a way. I definitely respect them. It's the life that I want, and there's so much I can learn from them, and I feel very fortunate to be able to learn to see like, okay, so this is how you be a proper expat. This is how you chase opportunity. This is the certification and training you need to be able to do this. For example, a thing called a CELTA training, or an IELTS, IELTS, which is like this international training language thing that they use around the world for students to get into colleges, different jobs. I mean, just so many things. This is just a gold mine of opportunity and opportunity and just a little bit of good luck and good fortune. And yeah, things are just good. Things are just really good. And it sucks. It's bittersweet how things ended with Apex, which was the job that I've worked for the last 6 months, pretty much. Before they, you don't really know much of the details of that company, but let's just say that they stopped paying their employees. They became really dishonest, and yeah, it just became impossible to. They just lost a lot of credibility. I don't want to get too much into it, so it's kind of sad how that worked. But I did get from them what I needed, which was my foot in the door. It helped me build my confidence. It helped me show me like this is how to be an English teacher, and it gave me a basic foundation from which I've been able to build upon now, especially with like my new job, which is, I mean, imagine my previous job is like elementary school. Like this is like college level stuff when it comes to like quality, when it comes to like prestige, when it comes to what parents expect, the services offered, the professionalism. Just all this stuff, right? I mean, this is top of the line stuff. This is a international school, and yeah, I've already ran a couple demo classes, and I actually feel like I did a really good job. Um, for any of you for any of you people who might want to do this teaching thing, remember the best way to impress your students, especially in a demo, or if you want to build rapport in the beginning, is Pokemon cards. Yes, Pokemon cards. Pokemon cards have been my best friend. You can see a little bit of them there in the background right there. If you see where my thumb's at, those are the coins. And then if you look a little bit over, I have packs. But yeah, my teacher's aide, I have a teacher's aide. She's great. She's really helped me. It helps me get the supplies and stuff. But yeah, I did a hour-long placement test and a demo yesterday for 2 students. These one girl I think was 10, another girl was like 7, right? So different grades that they would be placed in. So we did the placement test, and then I did a demo for them, and the demo was about school supplies and like school items and things like that, and it was fun. It actually was a really good demo. I did a little mixture of everything. Like the whole idea was a grammar based lesson, so it was mostly about building the grammar. That was the focus of it. But through that, I was able to mix in games and videos, and I think one of my greatest strengths as a teacher is my meme. What do you call it? Memography. My wide knowledge of memes. So being somebody who's raised, born, and bred on the internet, I know my memes. I know that meme's old, but I'm just saying, I could bring up some memes. So I actually threw back a old school meme, which is like these sloths singing the Game of Thrones song. Only one person who might appreciate that if she watches these videos anymore. But yeah, so we did that. We had a sticky ball assignment. We did some arts and crafts where you had to design your own textbook. So of course mine was a Pokemon, book of Pokemon, which is like a Pokedex, right? And the point being is, I gave it my all. We had a lot of fun, and yeah, with this job, I'm so grateful. I'm really giving it all I can, it's great. It's just a great work culture. Um, it's just so different from my previous job, and it just really helps working with a friend, like my friend Josh, and just when you have a good team, it really does make a difference. And yeah, I have a lot to learn. Don't get me wrong. I have a lot to learn. I definitely want to take this all the way up I can. Get the Celta, get the Celta D, maybe even. It's different classifications, different certificates you can get. But, that would allow me to pretty much travel anywhere in the world. So, one day, I love Vietnam. Don't get me wrong, though. I plan on staying here for a while. I'm in no rush to leave, but obviously I do want to see the rest of the world too. But yeah, I mean, it gets you into Korea, get you into Japan, get you into the United Arab Emirates, get you into Russia, Albania, you name it. I mean, just any of these countries, a lot of these, um, Laos, Cambodia, just anywhere great. I mean, I have so many ideas where I would go, and the hardest part is done. The hardest part is just doing it for the first time, and God, was it hard. Every single thing, just from that feeling of just going to a new country and knowing absolutely nothing, not how to find a bathroom, not how to approach somebody, not what the customs are. Like for example, how to in Vietnamese culture, you accept things with two hands to show gratitude. So now it's just natural to me. So if you hand something to me, I'll take it with two hands, or like the slight bows, the way that you pour drinks for other people, just. But when I first came into the country, there was just a million things I didn't know. It was so overwhelming, so scary. I didn't know the currency. So literally, when I would go to buy something, say I wanted to go into a store and buy a Gatorade or whatever, just throwing an example, it would take me 10 minutes of trying to understand. Okay, what does this bill mean? Well, okay, 10,000 dong. That is the equivalent of, okay. So if I need something, if they're asking me for 12,000 dong. What is that? Okay, that would be, it's like 30 cents. Okay. Or if it was something more expensive, say, I needed to pay my rent and it's like, say 6 million or, 7 million or, just all that stuff, right? Just all those little things you learn about what it takes to live in a different country, how to communicate, how to how to build up the confidence to be able to, just to go out and I don't know. It's just been such a learning experience, and I talked to some expats who said that they remember the stage at which I'm at, where everything was brand new, scary, and one day you get past that, and one day this will be as easy as it is just being like in America. Like for example, say right now you were just to move to the next county over. So let's say any of my friends in Indiana who are watching this, right? Say that you were to move to from Indianapolis and you went to Columbus, looking for a job, getting an apartment, getting established, signing up for a driver's license. Like how just easy that would be for you. That's how this can be when living overseas. Well, maybe not as easy, but you get what the point I'm trying to say is that when you have 10 years of doing this, if you have 12 years of doing this, even if you just have a couple years of doing this experience about how to live in a different country becomes easier. And all the red tape and all the things you have to go through when it comes to like visas, work permits, and also doing all this through the COVID, thing has been an experience too. Out of all the times in my life that I could have done this, chasing my dream of living overseas, it happened during a pandemic. So it's just been like one of these days I'm gonna have some really good, like I'd like to write a book one day of all these adventures. And I'm gonna have so many cool things to tell, so many cool stories, so many cool people I met. But what's important to me right now is just do not fail, do not give up, and like the most important thing is like when it comes to losing, and this is I know I stole it from the Karate Kid, but it's so true to me. Is it's okay to lose, you lose opportunity, you could lose the love, you could lose a girl, you lose somebody you could love. You could lose your friend, which I've done. I've lost loves, I've lost friends, I've lost opportunities, but never lose to fear. never lose to fear. And I've done that too many times in my life, and I'm so through with that. So, if there is a chance, if there's an opportunity, if there is something right in front of you, go for it. Don't let fear be the thing that holds you back. And that'll, that's the only, you could live with anything else, but just not that. So that has been like the great realization, the great epiphany of Vietnam. But so, anyways, yeah, this video is just a little bit about Tet. A little bit. I mean, there's so much cool things I can show you guys. So many cool stories I can tell you about my knife from the Red Zao that director Harvey. When we filmed Knife Maker, I guess it had a hairline fracture in it, so it broke. So the Knife Maker already made me a new one, which I'm really excited about. But I just have so many cool stories, so many cool things that I can tell you guys that I've experienced since being out here. This place really is wonderful. Vietnam is just, I don't know. It is such a, out of all the countries to have went, like I was always so focused on Korea, but I'm so happy that it was Vietnam first. I think Vietnam was just the perfect amount of what I need for somebody who's new to this. Culture, climate, the kindness of the people, the population density, and that's also based off of where I'm at too. I got lucky that I'm in the north part of Vietnam, not living in like Saigon or excuse me, Ho Chi Minh City, or even Hanoi. Like I'm considered a rural city, even though it's big. It's just not like crazy, right? So all these factors just really worked out in my favor. But yeah, I have so many cool stories. Sometimes I wish I had somebody to tell them to. So I guess that's what the point of the YouTube video is. But yeah, so this is a 30-minute long video of me just blabbing on points. So let's just do a little quick summary. Lucky money. So we got lucky money for a couple of my friends, right? And yeah, this year theme is tiger, not dragon, tiger. And pay off all your debts. So if you owe anybody money, pay them off before February 1st, before the Lunar New Year, or it is bad luck. And what other customs? A bunch of other stuff, but that's what I want you to remember for today. So anyways, this is Atticus. I go by Indy out here in Vietnam, like Indiana Jones, Indy, teacher Indy. So it's kind of weird, yeah. So Atticus, Indy, either or, right? Feel free to call me either or. Enjoy the snow there in the back. For all my Vietnamese viewers, that is a glimpse of what it looks like back in my home. Let's just listen. Can you hear the snow falling? Some of my favorite memories are the first snowfall of the year, and like last year, right? I was at my grandma's house, and the snow started to fall, and I went outside. And you just let it fall on your face and land on your tongue, and it's just beautiful. It's just, I hope that one day when I do die, knock on wood that it's not soon, but when I do die, that whatever afterlife is waiting for me is something like this. It looks like this, it sounds like this, it feels like this. It's just beautiful, it's serene, it's clean, and I'll have everybody there that I care about. So anyways, it's your boy Indy. It's your boy Atticus. I'm doing really good, guys. I really am. I'm very happy. This new job is opportunity of a lifetime. Morale's good. Happy Tet to all my Vietnamese viewers. To all my American viewers, look into Tet, T-E-T, the Tet holiday of Vietnam. It's their most important holiday. And if you feel good, if you want to try to embrace the culture, remember, try some lucky money or pay off a debt. So, all right, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.